Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Hey baby, how is your car run? Do you have a trouble with your transmission? Shift it in forward, shift it in reverse. Domestic or foreign, I please you with my service. Shift it in forward, shift it in reverse. Domestic or foreign, I please you with my service. Shift it in forward, shift it in reverse. Domestic or foreign, I please you with my service. Shift it in forward, shift it in reverse. Domestic or foreign, I please you with my service. Hello, my name is Gorgan. Let me help you shift it.
There you are. Hey, welcome back.
Scary.
The pig is okay. Don't worry about it. He's fine. And the bacon's delicious. Lee is here to tell you where we are and what's going on and who we are and all that stuff.
Well, we're in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Tony, our home base. We've got a lovely audience, about 250-ish
Lovely audience.
people. Lovely audience.
Yep.
They've been very cooperative with most of the security issues and the smoke and the fire possible.
Yeah.
But so we're happy to have them, and I did notice we have several of our former students are in the audience.
Wow, okay.
There was one back there, I don't know if it was Machete or what it was, but
Oh, wow.
he wants to see you after the
Okay.
Nope.
show. So that's all
Sorry
good.
about that. Yeah.
That's all right. And our sponsor, it took some getting.
Yes.
Because all our other sponsors dropped out of sight. Their checks bounced. So that's not a very good sponsor, but that's okay. Leroy's a lightly used paintbrush and toothbrush emporium.
Okay.
Emporium, is the key word
That
there.
denotes old.
Old
emporium.
and like circus-like atmosphere.
Circus-like toothbrushes.
Well used toothbrushes.
Okay.
Like you use them to clean the toilet. I don't
course.
understand that at all. But
Yeah.
maybe the previous guest that we had on maybe found something.
Maybe he got...
Maybe he found
Yeah.
something that is
Yeah.
now at the Emporium.
Yeah. So, very special guest with us today. This is Tod Ramsey.
All right.
Tod Ramsey's here. And he is, would you call yourself a drummer or a percussionist? Or both or neither?
Well, maybe I used to be a percussionist, but now I'm just a drummer.
Okay, so
Yes.
like
And-
trap set and all that?
Yes, and today my wife pointed out, maybe this is why you had me on your show. I
Okay.
don't know. This is National Hug a Drummer Day. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
October 16th. and this is being
I did not
recorded.
know that.
Yes.
She-
So
Now she knows, so.
And you're a drummer.
I am a drummer.
Your daughter's a drummer.
My daughter's a drummer.
My boys are There's drummers everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Some people
So-
call them dummers, and I don't think that's very
Yeah,
nice.
well, no, it's not very nice.
As long as they don't do it in the classroom.
So how long have you done that, and why did you do it?
Well, like so many, I came from a musical family. My
Okay.
grandmother was a piano teacher, and mom and everybody played an instrument of some sort, and it was kind of expected, and I grew up with it. And my dad died the same year I was born. And, and my mom...
That's bad timing.
That was the 50s.
It was.
And my
Oh, it's
mom
okay.
ended up moving
all right
back
then.
with her mom, my grandmother.
Okay.
And so we lived with her. And that's how it all kinds of started. And she really wanted me to play piano. That was a big disappointment.
Now I want you to practice and practice and practice until you are perfect.
But I wanted to be like Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys or Happy Little Ringo behind the Beatles. So I wound up playing drums.
So when I started playing drums, I always built it with ice cream tubs and coffee cans. Did you do stuff like that, or did you just hit?
No, my uncle
Tony grew up in during the Depression.
left his drums in a closet at my grandmother's house.
Oh, okay.
So I dragged them out, and I didn't have sticks. I had pencils.
I use pencils too.
Yeah. Well, very good.
They're very lightweight. They're not like these. I mean, these are.
Those
Wow.
are
It's like spaghetti.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not as good though, spaghetti. So, you've toured, and
Yeah.
there's a train thing I want to talk to you about in a little bit. But
Okay.
you've toured. How far have you toured away from Fort Wayne?
Well, I did a USO tour.
You did a USO tour. So how
Yeah.
many countries?
I think it was 7.
So 7 countries.
It was called the Orient Tour at the time, and Korea, Japan, Philippines, Guam, Hawaii, and a bunch of little Pacific islands. And
Hawaii.
it was fun, but I wanted to say something that if you learn a skill like playing an instrument, you can have a fairly interesting life.
Yeah.
You can travel and get paid doing it, and that's basically what I did. And I've been to every state in the United States,
Really?
except
Wow.
for 2. Never made it to Washington and Oregon,
Oh, you're not missing much.
but played Canada a lot. We were always in Toronto and played on cruise ship and did all kinds of stuff that I normally wouldn't probably have done if it weren't for playing the drums.
So you played on a cruise ship.
Yeah. Did
So
that
how,
for a
how
while.
did, is that? How long is a tour? Like you just for the one trip, or you stay and then everybody leaves and more people come on?
Yeah. Well, they actually have 3-month contracts. I didn't go that long. but
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Lee has a question. I forgot mine. I forget my question every once in a while. So, I'm gonna
So
pick- I'm gonna
on
watch
the
this.
USO tour,
Yes.
any chance that you maybe were with Bob Hope?
No.
You know what's really weird? I was going to ask him if you met Bob Hope.
No. No,
That
no,
is
no.
weird
Yeah.
that you forgot the question
Yeah.
that I had to ask.
No, never
He
met
was
Bob
more
Hope.
World War II.
Yeah, and the
period.
Vietnam era was huge. Man,
Yeah, I don't think you want to play the drums in Vietnam and get shot.
no.
I don't know.
Not too keen on that.
No. You said you had funny incidents
Did
that
I ask my?
happened
I don't
when you
think
were
I
playing
asked
the
my
drums.
question.
Yeah, well, just some of the groups, they were, 70s acts, and we played a lot of state fairs and the big county fairs, and we had an agent that would book us as the warm-up act for the main act.
Okay.
This band that I was with out of Columbus, Ohio, called Sunshine Express.
Sunshine Express.
How's that for a 70s name?
Nice.
And well, there was a teenage idol by the name of Leif Garrett.
Leif Garrett.
You remember that name?
Yes, he was on
Yes.
ships once.
Wasn't he a Viking?
Well, it was a different one.
Leif Erikson.
He was probably related to Leif Erikson.
They were on the ship together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The Leafs.
Anyway, there's all these, I'd never heard anything like it, all these screaming, 12 to 17-year-old
Yeah.
girls. I was just amazed. And we
terrible.
played 2 shows with him. It was like 10,000 girls each show. And halfway through our show, they started chanting, "We want Leif." And we're looking at each other. We got a contract. We were supposed to play 20 minutes. And what do we do? What do we do? And we played our 20 minutes. And it was a little embarrassing. But it happened both shows. About halfway through, we played about 10 minutes. And we want Leif. So that was a little embarrassing.
I don't think it's embarrassing to get upstaged by Leif Garrett. I mean, who can say that?
I want to dance with you and this.
Well, he was, I think, 17 at the time. I
Yeah.
was like 21, so he had all these fans, and it was just amazing.
So you opened for him.
Yes.
Now, were you able to hear yourselves over the screaming or not?
Well, when we were playing, it was no problem, but when he was playing, it was just, I had never heard anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just, I can't imagine those first Beatles concerts,
Oh, yeah.
like Shea Stadium in '64. That must have been just.
And they probably couldn't hear themselves. And if
Oh,
they
no.
wanted to try something new, the
Oh.
audience almost didn't let them because they wanted to hear
exactly.
Leif Garrett songs.
The Beatles played Leif
It was
Garrett.
interesting.
Of course.
No wonder they were popular.
But I hadn't heard that sound until like 20 years later. I took my daughter to see the Backstreet Boys in Indianapolis, and I started having flashbacks. And go, there it is again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting.
I say, this is Frankie and Johnny's, the place that lets you have it with no problem.
I'd like to buy a bedroom set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I receive Social Security and welfare.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I like to buy a living room set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I filed bankruptcy.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I say, see Frankie and Johnny, he's the credit man in town. For only $50 down, he can put you in a living room set, a bedroom set. Today, see the special man.
I got the $50.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I got it with no problem.
Yeah, the first year of our marriage, I was gone about 8 months, and the second year I cut it down to 6 months, but I could see the writing on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get a real job.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing on a cruise ship at the time we were married, and that my wife says that's when she began to realize how cheap her new husband is. Took her on a cruise ship, a gig, and considered it to be our honeymoon.
Well, at least, it was your honeymoon. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So she was able to come along
Yeah.
sometimes. Was it just that one time, or did she come along?
It was
like
just
most
that
of
one
the
time.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But
Never again.
Never.
yeah, she's put up with me.
So you're playing now on a train, I hear.
Yes.
So
yeah.
how? It's not because I don't know why I envisioned you sitting on like a caboose of a train, playing your drum stuff with a band, and it's not moving.
No.
That's not right.
No.
So how's that work?
We're walking down the aisleways of the cars while it is moving, so we're going back and forth, and it's a little trio, and we just play train songs and 40s music because that's when train travel was at its peak, and tell goofy jokes and we just have a good time.
So it's like a stage show, like in between aisles.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So how far does this go?
Well, most of them start out in Angola, Pleasant Lake, and go up to Hillsdale, Michigan, and then there's a layover, and then it comes back, and it takes pretty much all day. Yeah, and people really enjoy it. A lot of the tours sell out.
You said they sell out really quickly.
Yes,
right?
yes they do. Yeah.
Because how many seats does that accommodate?
Oh gosh, I'm not even sure.
Do you stupid question? Do you do like multiple train cars or just one when you play?
There's 8 train cars. Just
So
played it last weekend.
But you go through all of the cars and play, and then go back and then
a couple times. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and come back.
So
it's
after
fun.
you get home, do you have like? You
Well,
feel like you're gonna.
You've heard of sea legs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, only they call it train legs.
Train legs.
In fact, I woke up this morning because I played it all weekend, and I was doing this, walking down the hallway.
So are you over it yet?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So there's a website for that, right?
Yeah, Indiana Rail Experience.
Indiana Rail Experience, and that's where
Yes.
people can get tickets, or
Yeah, you can
if there's
book
any
your-
left, right?
Yeah.
Indiana Rail Experience. You see that on the desk? It's right there in post production, right there. There it is. Indiana Rail Experience, right next to the washboard there. And so you play this washboard.
Yeah.
On there.
All those drum lessons and practicing drum set, and it's come down to a washboard. But people love it.
But at
It's
least your
just
clothes
nuts.
are clean, right?
For the most part. Yeah, I wash them and no starch.
No starch, of course. Yeah. But you've been on a cruise, you've been on a train.
Yes.
Have you ever like, airplanes or
No.
hang gliders or anything like
No,
that?
but I have lots of wedding reception stories. I played wedding receptions in bands around Fort Wayne for a long time.
So
there's been some nutty things.
Yeah. Well, okay. Do you have anything in your head as the one thing that's happened at a?
Well, there's so many, but there was this big wedding at the Grand Wayne Center. Grand Wayne was relatively new. This was in the 80s. There was a big sit-down dinner for like 500 guests or something. And, yeah.
Wow.
The parents of the bride just spent a fortune on this wedding. And her sorority sisters were feeding her drinks, and she got really rather inebriated.
Yes.
She wouldn't come out of the bathroom, and she kept saying over and over, "But I don't want to be married." And it was awful. We felt really bad for her, but wedding planner and was just going crazy. Come on, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to cut the cake, you got to throw the bouquet, and she could barely stand up. Poor gal.
Wow.
It was a little embarrassing. I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Felt
Felt
bad
bad
for her
for the
husband.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you come up with a wedding song that'd be really inappropriate for a wedding?
Married.
Like I'm thinking all my exes live in Texas.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah.
Can you think of one? A really bad wedding song? Come on, Woody. Song that you shouldn't play. Another one bites the dust.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a
Got
good
one.
Highway to Hell.
Oh.
Highway to Hell. Yes.
I have an Elton John song, but I can't say it. Yeah, something about somebody's back or something. Anyway, so anyway, well, thanks for coming. I appreciate that we were able to get you because you were booked out for so many months that we were able to snatch you.
Yeah,
for one night.
I'm glad.
So every interview we do a challenge,
right?
And so the last challenge was different than what we're going to do. We're going to do a dumb duo, a drum duo.
Okay.
So we're going to change the set, we're going to put some spikes up, and then we're going to see if we can get this drum duo going. So we'll be right back. After this, we're going to get our drum thing going.
Get your drum on.
Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're here live. Hey, the studio audience is here. Tod Ramsey and us are going to do it, and us, and I, and me, and we are going to do. I've never taken English before, so I'm new at it.
It's your native language.
We're going to do. This is our challenge. Our challenge is we're going to do a little dueling banjos thing on the drummy things here, and then Lee's going to tell us who won. Okay. Now, do you want to start it like you did last time over the commercial break?
I think you should increase your tempo progressively. You know, Mr. Drummer. Wow.
All right.
I think we need more cowbell.
Our judge is going to tell us the winner of the challenge tonight. What's Lee?
Boy, that was a close one.
Think.
Tony, you kind of were going nuts there, which is great.
Thank you.
But he brings a lot more variety, even though he's got a lot more going on there. I would say that would be a tie. You two sounded really good together.
Tie?
It's amazing that you have a talent. It's just amazing.
That's true. I hit stuff.
You hit stuff well with drums and kettles and buckets.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome, Tod Ramsey. We'll be right back after this, everybody. Thank you. I think the buffet is almost over.
Never had one lesson.
One lesson. Thanks, everybody.